Have you ever watched two sheriff's deputies climb out of an SUV with a tranquilizer kit for a dog named Meatball? Because I have, and I will be dining out on it for the rest of my life. They rolled up braced for a black bear, and Deborah was already gesturing across the green like she'd treat a grizzly. She hollered about a wild animal terrorizing the walking path, while Meatball, my 160-pound Newfoundland, lay flat on his back, letting two kids from the townhomes use his belly as a beanbag. I knew exactly how this was going to go. Meatball was about to demonstrate one more time that he is roughly as fearsome as a wet towel. For context, Meatball is not a normal dog. He is a bear-sized cloud of black fur who considers going down a single stare a genuine crisis. His adoption paperwork said, gentle, low energy, startles easily, which I understood to mean will hide behind a lamp from a house guest. He does not guard. A goose hissed at him once and he came and sat behind my legs. He drools like a broken faucet and is scared of the ice maker. He became a neighborhood favorite fast. Kids read to him on the grass. Joggers detoured to say hi. The retired guy in the corner unit brought him a slice of turkey every Sunday. He was, functionally, the block's unpaid emotional support animal, but one person was fully immune, Deborah. Deborah ran the neighborhood safety app, an app she had created, moderated, and populated almost entirely by herself, and every time she passed us, she'd mutter liability under her breath like it was printed on my mailbox. That morning was nothing special. Meatball flopped onto the cool grass by the path, groaned like an old man lowering into a recliner, and clocked out. I sat on the bench with my coffee, at peace, until Deborah came stalking across the lawn. "I've reported this to the HOA, she announced. That animal is a hazard. Look at the size of it. That is not a house dog." I looked at Meatball, who was snoring with his tongue hanging out sideways. "Ma'am, the scariest thing he's done today is fart in his sleep." Her eyes narrowed. "It lunged and growled at me on Thursday." "You mean when he rolled over? That's not a growl, that's his stomach. He does it when he's comfortable." She whipped out her phone like she was drawing a weapon. "Yes, dispatch? There's a large wild animal, possibly a bear, loose by the townhomes near children. Please hurry." Meanwhile, Meatball shifted so a different kid could scratch his ear, groaning with pleasure loud enough to hear from the bench. I offered to just walk him home. Deborah stepped in front of us. "Nobody move. Let the professionals assess it." When the county SUV pulled in, Deborah stood tall and pointed. Two deputies got out, one carrying a control pole, both scanning the tree line for a predator. Deborah rushed them. "Officers, thank God, it charged at me. I was afraid for the little ones." The younger deputy looked down. Meatball was inching toward him across the grass at the speed of continental drift, tail thumping, and finally collapsed across his boots with a sigh. "This the bear?" the deputy asked. "That's him," I said. "Be careful. He's lethal if you have a lap." The older deputy set the pole down. "Ma'am, this is a dog. A very large, very asleep dog," Deborah gasped. "That's the trick. It plays helpless to lull you." "Great point," I said. "Watch." "Meatball, guard." Meatball opened one eye, weighed the request, and rolled fully over so the deputy could reach his stomach, back leg kicking. The younger officer had to turn away. "Call it in," he wheezed. "I fear for my life." "Don't encourage them," Deborah snapped. "Let me show you his file," I said, scrolling. "Here's Meatball hiding from a garden hose. Here's Meatball refusing to walk past a balloon. Here's Meatball, 160 pounds, sitting in a kiddie pool because he was afraid of the sprinkler." Both deputies were finished. Deborah stamped her foot. "You'll all be sorry when it snaps." The older deputy's smile dropped. "Ma'am, false reports pull us off real calls. You told dispatch a bear was stalking children. What I've got is a nap." "I pay my dues," she sputtered. The younger deputy grinned. "So does he. He just didn't make us drive out here for a sleeping dog." She muttered something about her lawyer and marched off, clipboard clamped to her chest. The deputy scratched Meatball's ears the whole way back to the truck, laughing. "Good work, buddy," I told him. "You beat her without waking up."